guys, it's Miguel from Brown Bear Golf. I hope you're doing well. I don't know what the weather's like in your neck of the woods, but here, after the first week of October, we're still in the hundreds. In fact, today I believe it was 105. But I suppose that's appropriate because the footage that I'm going to share with you today, I filmed on a day that was 113 degrees in Buckeye, Arizona. This review is about the Founders Course at Verrado, which is quickly becoming one of my favorite courses of all time. Considering I've played courses from New York down to Florida and from San Francisco over to Nevada and a lot of courses here in the Phoenix and Scottsdale area, it's quite a statement. And let's find out why.
All right, first tee at Verrado, the Founders Course. Fairways out there. There's number 9. Played here once before. It's a beautiful mountain course. Let's go. This is the number 2 green. Nice mountain range view to one side of the green. And on the other side of the green, the whole valley. You can actually see Cardinal Stadium in downtown Phoenix. This is hole number 7, par 5. Beautiful mountain range out here in Buckeye, Arizona. Hey everybody, face to face here. So this is the 8th tee box, and I've played here once before. It's very cool. You see a rock wall, and I'll show you that in just a second here. And you got to hit either a fade over it, or you hit a draw around it. I didn't know what to do the first time, and ended up hitting a fade right at the edge of the wall, and realized there was more room out there than I thought. Okay, so there's the tee box. And we're gonna hit over this desert. There's another tee box there. And as you can see, there's fairway out there. But then to the left of the picture, there's this giant rock outcropping. So there it is. And then there's the fairway to the right, the mountain range in the back. And if you hit over that rock wall, you actually can land pretty center in the fairway. So that's what we're gonna try. So I kind of went over the right edge of the rock wall, and which is fine because I'm in the middle of the fairway with a subtle fade. I could have gone a little bit more left of the edge and cut off some of the corner of the fairway, but I'm happy with what it was. I didn't flirt with disaster. Okay, so I drove back towards the tee box, and now I'm going to drive up the fairway just so you can see how this rock outcropping works. So clearly I'm on some fairway turf here. And here comes this rock wall. Oh, there's a roadrunner. And there's that rock outcropping. And I'm still in the fairway. And there's still grass. So you can totally drive over that and still land in plenty of grass. Plenty of grass. I'm happy with my drive though. Get up there. That's pretty sweet. The 271-yard par 4 14th all the way straight up that mountain with a false front green. Crazy. So this is the top of the hill. I almost made the green uphill 270 yards. I'm going to look back down towards the tee box. Way down there. Come on. Come on. Yeah! Nice! Number 14 green. right, this is the 18th tee box. Looking down at the clubhouse. It's beautiful out here. These guys are just hanging out in the shade. I've never seen a coyote laying down, let alone 3 of them. Those are the most chill coyotes I've ever seen. That guy's playing with something he found. Looking back up the fairway from the 18th green.
Okay, so there are a lot of reasons why I like this course, and I'm going to talk to you primarily about the holes themselves and the course design, kind of the territory that it's at. This is a true desert course. It is stuck out in between some mountains in Buckeye, Arizona. That's a B-U-C-K, people, okay? Let's not get crazy. And while there are houses around the course, none of them are near the fairway or the greens, and this is spectacular, okay? Because I don't like it when courses are around you. Kind of makes me feel tight, and I'm a decent hitter of the ball, and I rarely hit houses. I still don't like it. It messes up the aesthetic for me. So one of the reasons I like this course so much is because of how beautiful the surroundings are. And as you saw, the back 9 starts to open up to the desert, and it's untouched. I don't know if it's preserve or what, but it is untouched, and you feel like you're somewhere else. You really do. You feel like you're removed from the city. You feel like you're removed from suburbia. While there are some houses on it, they're beautiful to look at. Let's be honest. They're fancy, they're nice, they're big. So even that is a joy to take in while you're out there. Now, let's talk about the conditions. I told you it was 113 degrees that day. I don't know what they put in the water or in the soil, but this course was in tip-top condition. The greens were perfect. The fairways were perfect. Very, very few brown spots. Very, very few dry spots. And the tee boxes, which were out of those 3 categories, green, fairway, tee, were probably the least perfect. Is that even a thing? I don't know. But I got to tell you, this course is amazing, and the playing conditions are so great. The course layout is so great, and I just kind of want to do a recap of some of the holes. One of my favorite holes is number 2, because for me, I had to lay up short, and then you have to hit over a bit of a ravine to get to the green. And then when you get to the green, you look at one side and you've got the valley view. You can see downtown Phoenix, you can see Cardinal Stadium. You look at the other way and you see the mountains in the background. So it's quite beautiful with absolutely no houses. Another big hole for me is hole number 3, which is very high tee box, so you're hitting down to a green. You're probably going to want to club down, even though the yardage is longer. But you again, you get that really nice view. Another big hole for me is hole number 8, and this is the one with the rock outcropping that juts from the left side into the fairway as you're teeing off. So I really like that hole strictly because you feel like when you're on the tee box, you don't see the fairway. You feel like, what am I possibly going to do? But once you get out there, you see that there's more room out there than you think. And so it's just a cool looking hole, and it's fun to play. Once you get out in the fairway, you look back at the rock outcropping and you're like, wow, I flew over that. That's pretty cool. The back 9 is the real gem of this course. Let's be honest. I've got, let's see here, 1, 2, 3. I've got 3, 4, 5, 7 holes that really stand out. And I'm going to start with number 10. It's a long uphill par 5. And for me, I can maybe get there in 2 if the wind is not against me, but the wind comes at you and it's uphill. I played it as a 3-shot hole here, and that's actually the way to do it. Number 12 I really like a lot because it's a dogleg left uphill, and as you get up there, you see this singular house right behind the green. It's just a stunning view. And even when you turn around looking back at the valley, it's beautiful too. Something that's clever about this hole, while it's relatively short, there is a sand trap, small round one, right in the middle of the fairway. And so it's a challenge to get over it since it is uphill. Another standout for me is 13. Some people might find this gimmicky. I actually go for it. It's an uphill par 4. It's short. I think it's only 270. But you get up there and you find out that the green has a false front. So you're like, really? The whole fairway's uphill? And then there's a hill at the front of the green. So it's very challenging. I have a tendency to go for it with my driver. I've played this course a few times and I've gone for it every time. The very first time I pulled it into the rocks, but the next 2 times landed in the fairway and it left me a bit of a chip up to the green. Now, if you play to the 100-yard marker, then you're going to have a wedge, pitch-in wedge into the green, and that's probably a safe play to go. But I like this hole a lot, which leads to one of my favorite holes because of the 3 times I've played it, I've birdied it twice. I've chipped in for birdie, and in this video, I one putt, a long putt, and sneak in the back door for birdie. I really like this hole because the tee box is really way up high, and you see that in the video. You see the serene view that you get of the mountains that are the backdrop. Right after that is hole number 14, which is a par 5. There's nothing necessarily spectacular about the design of this hole, but if you look to the left, that has to be preserved. It's just desert. And you truly feel like you're somewhere else. You can hear the animals, you can hear the birds, and it's just a moment, you know, it really is. And since it's a par 5, you're probably gonna par it, if not birdie it. You know what I mean? 17 is a short little par 3 with a lake to the right. I like this hole a lot. It looks a little bit harder than it is. It's short and the green is deep, so you've got a good chance of getting the green in regulation. And then finally, 18 is a hole that I like a lot for multiple reasons. The tee box is up high and the fairway descends down towards the clubhouse with a lake to the right, sand traps to the left, and you're gonna see in this video, I saw some coyotes that were just laying there. That's amazing. I've never seen coyotes so calm and relaxed that they're laying in the middle of the golf course. One of the great things about this hole is that if you can get to the ridge, there's a ridge towards the end of the fairway, it kicks your ball maybe another 30 yards, so you can get some huge drives on this. I've played it 3 times. I've had drives of 323, 318, and the other one I think I hit in the rocks. So if you get that ridge, it's a great boost to your ego. And it's a nice finishing hole with the lake to the right, and there's a bridge over that lake and the clubhouse. It's just really pretty. So ladies and gentlemen, I can't stress enough that the layout of this course is a major selling point. You're gonna have a good time. And to be fair, they've got multiple tee boxes, and this isn't necessarily the most punishing course. There are a couple of forced carries. So for those of you who might be beginners or just can't get the ball airborne long enough, that's okay, because they have tees that can accommodate you. That's what adds to kind of the desert target golf nature of this course, but there are plenty of holes that are not punishing if you're short. So I really suggest that you guys go out and play this as soon as you can. If you're coming to visit for spring training or a future Super Bowl or a future Final Four or a future collegiate championship in the NCAAs of football, or you're coming out for an all-star, we have so many events here. We're so lucky in so many courses. I strongly suggest that you get to this course. Now, talking about the service, I can't really speak too much to that. During COVID-19 and in the summer, you just don't get to see too much of the service people. I will say this, that the one cart girl I ran into was in a bad mood, but I don't know how long she'd been out there. It was 113 degrees. She couldn't have been in a good mood, you know what I mean? The one time I actually had to check in at the pro shop, because sometimes I prepay, but this particular time I had to check in. The guy inside the pro shop wasn't exactly happy either. So the 2 times I actually met with someone face to face wasn't the best experience, but they weren't rude. They weren't mean, okay? They just weren't pleasant. So, I think the service could maybe pick up a little bit based on those 2 experiences. The cart guys were nice to me. When I went in to get some water at the bar, the bartender was nice. So we're kind of mixed on the service. But overall, my experience there is fantastic if you're looking strictly for golf. Now, the pro shop has great stuff in there. The restaurant is nice. They have a huge patio that's got a beautiful setting looking back at hole 18 in the mountains. So it's a great place. I would consider this an ultra premium course. So, but it doesn't have ultra premium pricing because it's so far out of Phoenix. So I know it's a bit of a drive, but I'm telling you, you heard it here. Brown Bear says, go for the drive, enjoy the views, enjoy the golf. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like the videos and share with your friends. I'm hoping to grow this channel, get to more courses, get more equipment reviews, and your support really and truly helps. Have a great day, guys. Hey, don't forget, play your game.